All right, today's video, feel versus real. So what are people really talking about when they say feel isn't real? Feel isn't real. What people are really saying is what you feel and what you see are not necessarily the same thing. And we believe that what we see is reality because that's just our bias is that our visual perception is dominant. So the problem this creates in a golf swing is that the only thing you have is feel in a golf swing. You can't see a golf swing. It's moving too fast. You can't see what's important in a golf swing, which is really how are you applying force in certain ways. So first of all, we should throw out the idea that the visual is dominant. You need to learn a golf swing through feel and sensation and application of force. I think here's an interesting example. I was watching Mo Norman, and you see him, and he does very odd things, right? Like he says, "What's the most important thing in the golf swing, Mo?" He says, "What's the master move?" He says, "This is from here. I come straight down, and then pull with my left side." So it's the vertical drop and the horizontal tug. But then you watch his swing, and his swing is perfectly on plane. So you say, well, what he feels doesn't match reality. But what he feels is what's the important thing. So what he's feeling is it's a passive drop for the first part of the swing, and then and then once that drop happens, pull the club all the way through to the finish. That's the important thing. So if you replicate what he's feeling, you get the right idea. If you try to replicate swing on the exact plane, that doesn't work. So now this comes into play. Why does this help? Well, the eBell is giving you both things at the same time. So it's teaching you how to align feel versus real. So now I'm feeling sort of a heightened sense of the sensation of a golf swing. I can feel where the club gets to there and it starts to drop, right? So I can feel that passive drop. And then the weight, when it gets to that point, the weight transfers to this hand. And then I can feel the sense of pulling that club all the way through. So I can feel exactly that, which is what you feel in a good golf swing. Let it drop, pull it through. But the other thing is, normally you can't see this, right? You can't see plane very well. You can't really see where your plane is moving. And you also can't, what you really can't see is what your face is doing. So what this is doing is, it's giving you an exact idea of where your face would be in a golf swing, and also an exact idea visually where plane is. You can go ahead and watch it. You can see I'm staying, it's quite easy to see, and naturally you kind of want to do it when you swing this. Easy to see where your plane is, but also you're seeing where your club face is oriented throughout the swing. So you can see like, that's gonna go, there's a little bit of closing my face a little bit, there's be a little bit of a draw. Maybe there's a little bit of a fade, and you can sort of work on this. Like theoretically, that's a straight ball, but it depends a little bit on what your grip is. But you can see exactly what you're doing and then translate that. So now you're seeing it and you're feeling it, and now you take the feel, because now you can't see it. Much harder to see with a golf club, but you know that you've learned to coordinate the visual of what you're trying to do with how it feels. And then you can take that feeling, put it on a club. So, feel, and that's just skill right there. So you can feel a little bit of a draw, a little bit of a fade, and that's how I don't like to think. I mean, there's a different way to do it. I'd say this is a predictable way to walk yourself around the circle, sort of. So, draw, close my body, square the cup face to the path, or the direction I want to get it, or this way. So you can kind of do that version, but there's also a little bit of alteration you can do as you come through. And I don't think it's a good idea to change this myself. Might as well go right back on path, right through on path, and then just a little bit of that and that. So there you go.